Welcome to another episode of Vibe Checks here, the official podcast of the Rocky Mountain Vibes. Ethan and I with you, and today we have a very special guest. It is left-handed pitcher Cregg Scherrer, a staple in the Vibes rotation. Cregg, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely, my friend. It's been so much fun watching you play this year, just coming off another great win over Yuba Sutter just yesterday in the doubleheader. So one thing I always like to ask to start things off, what's something that's brought you joy this week or in recent times outside of baseball for you?
Geez, I don't know. We're pretty much baseball all the time, but I would say last night after the game, because we had early games, we had the night, so went out, got some dinner with the guys, just hung out, and just quality time with the teammates off the field. I think
That's really
is
cool.
The best.
That's really great. You guys are a close group, I take it?
Yeah, I would say we all get along in there pretty well.
So born in Orlando, Florida, you moved up to North Carolina, eventually up to New York, now here in Colorado. The baseball journey has certainly taken you all around the country. How do you begin to reflect on that journey?
I really haven't until now, but I really just am thankful that it's something that can take me to all these different parts of the country. Never been to Colorado before this. Haven't been to Montana either. So seeing all these different states, thanks to baseball, I think is great.
You recently finished up your time at UAlbany. How did the opportunity come up to join the Vibes in the first place?
After Albany, I spent that summer in the draft league, first and second half there. And then pretty much after that, just was trying to get my name and stuff out there online. After a couple months, I got a call from Les. Thought Colorado Springs sounded awesome, and here we are.
It's worked out pretty well to this point. You lead the team with 5 wins. The stats speak for themselves, an ERA south of 4. How do you attribute your success this year?
I think I give a lot of it to the guys who are playing behind me in the field, getting good run support early. And as for the game yesterday, I felt I was getting a lot of early contact, which kept the pitch count low, and that's to these guys, making the plays behind me.
Yes, indeed. You always have a lot of good teammates behind you, one of the best defenses in the league as well. Take me back up to the New York days. What was it like playing ball up north? You're dealing with some pretty bad weather probably for most of the year. It's cold. Yeah. How did you deal with that?
Well, we get used to the rain, but I've had a whole handful of games in mid-April where it's snowing one inning, not the next, just on and off. So we're pretty used to playing in all types of stuff. But yeah.
You get used to it after a while, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yankees or Mets guy? What are you? Or something else?
Neither. I'm a Braves guy.
A Braves guy.
Yep.
Okay, I suppose growing up in North Carolina, that does make sense for part of your childhood. Who were some of your favorite players then?
Chipper Jones. Had a big fat head of him on my wall. Was number 10 any chance I could be. But yeah, first like rec team I ever played for was the Braves, so just instinctually went towards them.
Oh, you're talking to a South Floridian and a Marlins fan right here.
My older brother's a Marlins guy.
Really?
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Which is that, Tom or Scott?
Tommy.
Tommy? Okay.
Yep.
I have to meet Tommy someday.
Hopefully we can get him out here.
Marlins fans, we are few and far between.
Yeah, really.
So one thing that we've noticed about you, I guess, on the mound this season, you have a routine about you where before you start every half inning, you tuck yourself behind the mound. You go into a crouch, a squat, facing center field before you get on the mound and start the inning. Take me through that. Why do you do it? When did you start doing that?
I think I started doing it last summer. Not entirely sure why I started doing it, but I felt that getting in like a squatted position, I can really give myself like a real deep breath to just get everything, just calm down. And then when I bring my glove up, just say a couple words, whatever inning it is. I'm like, all right, number 1, here we go. Number 2, here we go.
So you're talking to yourself constantly.
Yep. Try to just, My dad always told me when he was golfing, he just stay calm, cool, collected every step of the way when he was going.
Oh,
so just talking to yourself, calming it down.
That's really cool. It certainly has paid its dividends this year. So, what else in your routine, I suppose, could you share? Are there any superstitions that you believe in? What's the day to day like for you leading up to a start?
Well, I'm still getting a little more used to night games. Never really had any of those in college. Um, but yeah, wake up around 9, 10. Um, try and get. I don't really can't really eat too much on start days. Um, just not one of those guys. But usually my go-to is Chick-fil-A. I
Okay.
like to get that before start. But yeah, just try and you know do things around the same time as always. Um, and then when the game is starting, um, always go out whatever side, and if that inning happens to be good, keep going out that way. If not, I'll try the other side.
Okay. Well, that's interesting because we've heard all about the Nick Powers pregame routine and
Mm.
his specific Chipotle meals. So I was
Oh
very
yeah.
curious about that. What about like music? Do you have to listen to anything in particular?
Not really. I well, yesterday I was listening to a whole lot of Ozzy Osbourne, Black
Ah,
Sabbath, paying my respects there. But really a good bit of everything. Got into some Spanish music, which I'm really enjoying. Country, bluegrass, metal, everything.
who's the DJ in the clubhouse usually?
Normally Malik, and it's only ever dance music.
That's
It's
awesome.
usually it.
That's
It's great stuff. He's got good taste.
it seems to fit Malik's vibe pretty
Oh yeah.
well.
Oh yeah.
That's really amazing. So I have to ask you about this, and we won't show our audience just for the sake of our audience, but it happened on opening day, and it happened in game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday against Yuba Sutter. You lost your lunch on the mound.
Yep.
It seems to happen from time to time, but it normally results in a pretty good performance, and apparently this is a thing that happens to you somewhat regularly.
Yeah. Started around my junior year. Just started everything. Started getting real focused and just serious about everything, and get out there and just get so just excited to get out there, and I don't know, start breathing a lot and try and swallow. Throat's a little dry and just comes up sometimes.
It just
but
happens.
Yeah, just get a little too excited.
Well, once you get it out of your system, you seem to lock in, I suppose.
Yeah. Then the brain shuts off and we just go.
Just go from there.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Pitchers are interesting creatures, as I've come to learn. So I'm never going to judge somebody for what happens out there. So pretty cool. Your father is a former retired PGA golfer, Tom Scherrer.
Yeah.
What was that like, I suppose, growing up in his house? What was the dynamic there? Were you a two-sport guy, baseball, golf? What else was going on there?
We played a little bit of golf when we were really young, but our dad saw that we were going towards baseball, and he kind of stopped us because the swings were so different.
Yeah.
But golf was always on in the house. Watched a whole lot of golf. Had just a lot of fun times going out to the range with him. I remember this one thing that he used to do. We were so young, but he would dig around the stack of balls, and he'd find one. He'd be like, all right, like this one here, this is gonna stay low and it's gonna rise up, and he would hit it and it'd rise up, and we're like how's he doing that? He's all right. This one's gonna fade left, and he'd shape it to fade it left, and we grab one. All right, this one's gonna go right, and we just hit on the ground. But now we realize, he just knew how to shape his shots that well that you just call it. But yeah, fun stuff like that. Got to go to Pebble Beach with him for a tournament when I was 7 or 8 maybe. But yeah, a lot of good memories on the beach out there with my older brother. But
That's really cool. It's a really beautiful place to watch. That's fantastic.
yeah, it was cool.
Did you take anything, I guess, from the athlete's mind, from your father to translate to your baseball career, even if the swing did not?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I mentioned earlier with like the self-talk, calming it down. We kind of equate pitching and golf very close to each other, because as a golfer, it's a very personalized sport, and as a pitcher, you're out there all alone. The ball's in your hand, so we always have kind of went a little hand in hand with golfing and pitching.
Gotcha.
So
What's your handicap?
not very good. I just started getting back into it like a year ago, but 16 maybe,
Okay.
something like that.
You ever gone golfing with any of the guys here?
I haven't yet. I didn't bring my clubs out here. A
Okay.
little too much for the plane. But I was talking to Powers. He said he'd let me borrow his. He's a lefty.
Okay.
So maybe one of these days we'll get out there.
I wonder if it's Nick that's the best golfer on the team, or I don't know if you know. I mean, I know you haven't done it with any of them.
I've heard some talk that Garrett's a pretty good golfer.
Ooh, okay, Mr. Keeber.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I hear guys are always asking him to golf.
That's
So
interesting.
we'll have to see.
I'm more of a Wii Sports golfer myself.
I got that in my house.
Okay.
Me and my brother go back and forth on that.
That's really cool. Yeah, I loved playing that growing up. I still do from time to time. So
Yeah.
we'll have to do a
Golf, ping pong,
Mhm.
it's great.
Vibes Wii Sports golf tournament coming right up.
Gotta get that going.
We could broadcast that.
We could, yeah. That'd be fun.
Me and you can do play-by-play for it or something.
That'd be
We'll have
great.
Jesse do sideline.
Awesome. Get Shooter back.
Yeah, we'll get Shooter McGavin back in town. That would be fantastic. So you talked about your brothers, Tommy and Scott.
Mhm.
They both played baseball in college. What's
Yep.
your relationship like with them, growing up playing the same sport, everything like that?
It was good. Having an older brother, it's growing up. It's kind of like a role model. I was always trying to play up with his team, play with the older guys, learn from him, and I wanted to do the same for my little brother. But my little brother, he actually he's going towards golf. He's playing college golf now.
Huh.
So we got one golfer in the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a very athletic Scherrer family, regardless of the sport. The word on the street is that your mom is a baker, and she works at one of the top bakeries in Skaneateles, your hometown. Is that true? First of all.
Yep, Rosalie's, real good Italian restaurant as well, connected to it. But yeah, she's over in the bakery part. Yeah, it brings home a nice loaf of bread every night.
That's awesome. So, what is the go-to sweet treat for Cregg Scherrer then?
From there, gotta be chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh.
They got some real good ones there.
That's absolutely classic.
Yeah.
Could do for some of that right about now. Switching gears, thank you for the time, by the way. Just a few more.
Thank you.
Growing up, who was someone, or a few people, if you'd like to mention a few, that were particularly impactful in your baseball journey? That's someone that shaped you into the athlete, the person that you are today. Coach, parent, whatever you want. Wherever you go.
Obviously, my dad, my mom as well, for supporting me through the travel years and stuff, taking me to all these far out places to go play baseball. I coaches in the past. I have a 13U, 14U coach. I hope he can see this one day. Sean Willingham. He really, him and Coach Burks, my whole 13U organization, they turned it around and made me realize that they showed me it was something that I wanted to keep doing. They ran it like a real professional team at such a young age, and I think they just really cared a whole lot about how we did as kids. And I don't know, it's just those years really stuck with me.
Yeah,
for out here. But yeah, just all the travel coaches in the past, the Gauls, Baseball U. If I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize. But yeah, everyone has put a real hand into getting me here.
That's fantastic to hear. Yeah, all the people that build you up over time. That's fantastic. You mentioned Chipper Jones as somebody that you really liked growing up and watching for the Braves, but he wasn't exactly a pitcher. So is there a pitcher or some other player that you've modeled your game after?
I wouldn't say any one specific person I've modeled it after. Different people I've tried to do different things. One person that really sticks out is Barry Zito.
Nice.
Barry Zito. He had a real big curveball. I had up here. It's a little bit different, but high school, college, I've always had a pretty big one. And I love the number 75. I love that number.
I did not expect Barry Zito to enter the chat today. That's really cool.
Barry Zito. I'm pretty sure he's a country singer now.
Yeah, that's true. He's definitely had a couple of albums.
Yeah.
We'll have to play it on the ballpark speakers here at Block
give it a
Park.
listen.
We'll make that happen.
Yeah.
Actually, you just alluded to it. The break on the curveball, perhaps the break on any off speed that you throw in this altitude is perhaps not the same as you would see it in other places. We've heard Malik Binns talk a lot about this. How has that impacted you here?
I think in the beginning it was a little bit different, but after being here for a little bit, you kind of get to get a better feel of it. But just trying to get a little extra, just rip out in front up here. At Oakland, it was a little different. It was moving a lot more there.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just throwing it over and over again, just trying to feel it all in the right spots, I guess.
Well, Vibes are off to a good start here in the second half, winning the doubleheader of Yuba Sutter to start their series, and 4-2 before that with Billings. As you fight for a playoff spot here for the second half of this season, any message to the Vibes fans, the ones that want to come out and watch you play?
We love having you guys here. We love it loud. We love it packed, and we would love to have the Vibes faithful behind us through this playoff push.
All right, no doubt about it. This has been Vibe Checks with Craig Scherrer. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate you, Craig.
Thank you.